Hey Sagittarius, this is Alexander Creek. I'm an astrologer and intuitive, and welcome to your September 2022 monthly horoscope. So, just a quick note before I dive in, make sure that you're watching these horoscopes for your rising sign if possible. So, if you have your accurate birth information, your time and location, it's helpful to calculate your rising sign and watch for that because these horoscopes are going to be a lot more literally applicable to your life when it comes to these video horoscopes. Your sun sign can be certainly helpful as well, but if you have access to your rising sign, I would definitely make sure to watch that as well. So let's dive into September. So we have Venus changing signs this month. We have a full moon in your home in your home sector. And we have a Mercury retrograde this month. So but overall, it is a little bit more of a quieter month than August was. August was pretty loud and disruptive. So let's get into it this month. So, first of all, Venus, the planet of love, of beauty, of harmony, and relationships, she is going to be entering Virgo from September 5th through September 29th. So Venus this is the 10th house of your chart. So, where Venus moves through your chart, you can kind of feel energy of opportunity of attracting things to you, opportunities for pleasure, for romance sometimes. So Venus going through Virgo in your 10th house is going to bring you some opportunities as far as career, or at least smoothing things over with authority figures. But this can make you attractive to higher ups, and it can definitely help kind of boost you in career. Venus is going to be in this part of your chart from September 5th through September 29th. And Venus can just give you a little bit more popularity too, because your 10th house has to do with your reputation and your public status, and again, how authority figures see you. So this can certainly bring opportunity in career, can bring you a little boost, can make you a little bit more visible, a little bit more pleasing to the higher up. So definitely make sure to use that to your advantage if you would like. So on September 10th, we have Mercury stationing retrograde, and we have a full moon on the same day. So a full moon can bring culmination, completion, a sense of fruition, illumination, awareness, and news to some part of your chart. So this full moon is going to be in your partnership sector. So there could be something complete. Like this could be a time that you're like, I'm going to redecorate things. Like I'm sick of this fucking look or whatever. It could also just be something that it could be news connected to a family member, or just events connected to your home. I would be careful. One thing with this full moon is in Pisces. It's a water sign. This full moon is going to be connected to Neptune, and Neptune it's considered like a water planet, and because it's like the archetype is Poseidon or Neptune, like god of the sea. Neptune can also be about leaks in water. So when you have Neptune and a full moon, because a full moon can also bring water as well. When you have this in the 4th house of home in your house, I would just, look around September 10th. You kind of want to be aware of water leakage or water, because that's definitely a possibility. I'm not saying like every person having a full moon of Pisces in their 4th house is going to have some sort of water or flooding. But if that's the case, or if your house has a tendency for that, I would just kind of watch out for those things around September 10th. So just kind of keep that in mind. Otherwise, this full moon has this like really kind of imaginative, intuitive, dreamy kind of vibe to it. This is a really good time to get in touch with your spirituality, with your intuition, with your sense of kind of knowing and gut feelings over logic. I will say this full moon has this hazy kind of feeling to it, and logical mind stuff may not be super strong around this time. It's really more time for dream work and intuition, and and I would also say getting rest and recharge within your home as well, or in your private life, or even bringing healing to something connected to family or tradition or the past. This full moon is also going to be square Mars. So you may be taking action on something as it comes to like relationships, because you may be having to assert yourself or just make a decision, or say like something has to change around this full moon as well. Lastly, this full moon is also going to be making a really nice sextile to Uranus. A sextile is a harmonious aspect. Uranus is a planet of disruption, of freedom and change. So around this full moon, you may be having these intuitive insights and you may be realizing that something like, I'm all of a sudden going to do this. I just have never thought of it before. I'm just going to do it. Or it could be like a sudden opportunity. Uranus, let me think. So I got to think. Scorpio. Yeah. So you're probably wanting to make changes within your work. Because Uranus is in your sixth house, and Uranus right now is really, really active. Uranus is wanting freedom and change and disruption. And that's relating to your daily work, your daily grind, or your health. So it could be that there is a sudden opportunity or a sudden feeling of just like, fuck it, I'm going to change something relating to your work or health around that time as well. Now we have so Mercury stations retrograde that same day. Mercury is the planet of communication. I will say when it stations from our vantage point on Earth, Mercury looks like it is completely not moving when it stations direct or retrograde. So September 10th, 11th, October 1st, and 2nd are the days to kind of really look out for as far as mishaps and delays in communication and travel and technology. This is always a time to maybe back up your hard drive or save those important documents you have digitally. Because things are more likely to kind of be messed up with those things around those dates. But Mercury is going to be retrograde from September 10th through October 2nd. And first, Mercury goes retrograde in Libra. So this is going to be in your 11th house of friends and groups and your hopes and wishes and goals for the future. So you may be reflecting, reassessing, or reviewing, things connected to your friend groups, who you are friends with, who you are socializing with, who your allies are, clubs or organizations or associations that you belong to, and also your hopes and wishes for the future. This could really be a time that you're looking at, like, what do I actually want to manifest? What do I want to focus on? So Mercury will be in that part of your chart until September 23rd. Once it gets to September 23rd, it's going to backtrack into your career sector. So you're really going to be rethinking your career goals, rethinking your career in general, your public standing in the world, your status and reputation. So I really feel like you're reviewing and reflecting and like reassessing, what the hell do I want to do with my life, or what do I want to do with my career, how can I change things in career from September 23rd through October 2nd. So we have a new moon in Libra on September 25th. So after you've kind of reflected and reassessed your friend groups and your goals, or your hopes and aspirations for the future, there's a new beginning connected to that part of your chart on September 25th. So this is a new cycle, a seed being planted, or a new opportunity connected to like, oh, I actually kind of know what my goals are. I'm going to start working on those. Or I'm going to join this group or association, or I'm really going to make an effort to reestablish my social life, or something related to groups. So that happens on September 25th. That new moon is going to be opposing Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, of expansion, of faith and teaching. And Jupiter is in your fifth house of pleasure, of sex, romance, creativity, and things connected to children and recreation. Jupiter has been there from about May 2022 through about Halloween of this year. So this new moon opposing Jupiter, it could be that you're wanting to do something social and fun, that you have these new beginnings connected to groups and friends and your goals and your hopes. But it's also connected to expansion in your creativity. It could be a creative project. It could be new romance or dating. It could be something connected to recreation, or even the children, the children in your life as well. So it does just feel like a really expansive kind of new moon in the sense of optimism and expansion. It really feels like a really social kind of time for you, and a time to be optimistic. So that's what we have going on. Pretty quiet month until we have our eclipses in October and November. So if you enjoyed this little horoscope, if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, please give me a 5-star review. That really helps. If you're watching on YouTube, please please comment with maybe what you're hoping for in September, or what happened in for you in August that was connected to your horoscope. It's always interesting to hear about that, and to subscribe to the channel as well. I am running a special on clairvoyant reading, so if you want to hear from your spirit guides or talk to your higher self, or kind of get insight on your energy and kind of what's coming up for you, or different issues in your life that need kind of like a magical solution, I'm running a discount on those readings. I will leave the link for that below. And of course, if you want more deeper insight on your birth chart or a really detailed analysis of what is ahead for you, I also do a year ahead forecast. You can book those readings on my website, which is dogstarOracle.com. So DOGStarOracle.com. I'll leave the links for that in the show notes and in the comments on YouTube. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely month. Thank you.